back to a previous time when you made a point about I want to say Chloe Bailey.
No,
No,
not Chloe. Halle.
Holly Bailey. Excuse me, Holly Bailey. Pardon me, and DDG. Just I know you made a point about that before, and it's almost like you foretold it to some extent. When you saw that and the whole post he made and all of that, what was your real full take on it? Because I know you had a lot of thoughts. But I was like, hey, just hold it for the show, and we can kind of download this shit. So go ahead, just
So here's my thought, and I told Dom that I wanted to talk to him about it because he said that my stance that I had was wrong, and I don't agree that my stance is wrong. Basically, the issues that I had with Holly,
mm-hmm.
is that you were at the peak of your career.
Okay.
You just got, done this Disney deal. You're making Disney money. Your first black live action princess. And then you mess around and get pregnant by a man. And yes, stuff happens, but damn, sis, at the height of you're 20, she was like 22, 23. At the height of your career, you get pregnant by this man that's not your husband. He he embarrasses you countless time by saying stupid stuff on the internet, which is messing up your brand. It's messing up your image to the world. And then, I mean, you're in a relationship, you pretend like you're not pregnant the entire pregnancy. Then finally, you have the baby and you hold the baby off the internet. And then one day you just start posting the baby on the internet. And at that point, nobody cared anymore. But it's not about how we, the consumers, perceived it.
Right.
My thing is the decisions that were made that are damaging to her image. And now, if they really are broken up, all for naught. Was it worth it? I mean, I know you love your son, but was it worth it? Was it worth messing up potential brand deals? Was it worth messing up all these opportunities you could have had if you had, say, because I mean, I don't think people understand how Chloe and Holly kind of came up. These kids were church girls. They came up doing church like movies. They came up singing gospel. So for Chloe to be hella sexualized now, right? And for
Right.
Holly to be a baby mama now, it's kind of anti what how they came into the industry.
Okay.
And so that was my issue. And my issue with the pregnancy don't show the baby's face. Say, don't tell nobody your business. But when you lie, because she was actively lying about it, now I have issue with you because all obviously we were all correct. Now, no woman has to
Mm-hmm.
disclose any of this information, but and her platform was not built on her personal life. But when you start to share aspects of your personal life and its lies, why should I continue to care to consume what you're doing if you're not even telling the truth? You don't even have the balls. I don't know if you're ashamed to tell your truth or you want your peace, but how can you want your peace if you own the internet and engaging with internet trolls? Make it make sense. None of it made sense. None of it's logical. But one thing I have to say is that she's young. She's not even 25 yet. Her prefrontal cortex is not fully developed. So
Mm.
she's making lifelong decisions with temporary people. But now you've made a temporary person. If they're broken up, because there's speculation that they're not actually broken up. But if they are broken up, you've made a temporary person a permanent person in your life now because you have his child, which I think in retrospect, and the child is a beautiful child, but that was a terrible thing to do, a terrible decision, and I can't believe she allowed herself to become impregnated by this man, had this kid, only to be a baby mama now because that's not your husband,
Right.
that's your baby daddy. That's not your man anymore. That's your baby daddy. You've become a baby mama. You didn't have to go down that road of being a baby mama, and this is no shit. Not this is not me shitting on baby mamas because this is that's people's reality. But she didn't have to go that route. Like I'm
Right.
tired of our black female celebrities, people that are supposed to be role models, people that are supposed to be that are in the limelight, choosing that lifestyle, and it makes it seem like that's a lifestyle that all black women should choose.
Mm.
And even I think I look at it with Cardi B as well. Cardi B is whole ass married. And Offset has the unmitigated
Gall.
gall to call her his baby mama. That's your wife, love. That's your wife. Y'all not even divorced yet. That's your wife. But you want to diminish her importance in your life by calling her a baby mama. And that's my problem with this whole thing. I don't wish unhappiness on any of them. DDG, Chloe, whatever. They're young kids. But my problem is we can't keep moving like this as a society.
Mm.
I understand y'all young, y'all humping like rabbits. Use protection. Be on birth control. On birth control. Do something, because bringing these children into the world illegitimately, only to create broken family after broken family after broken family, is just super duper unwise.
Right.
And also, when you are an image, a public figure, it diminishes your brand. You're becoming a stereotypical Black person in the eyes of media. And I have problems with that, especially because of how highly she was looked at. That's why they picked her for the Little Mermaid. How highly she was looked at. She was respected. They thought she was a nice, sweet young girl. And this is not saying she's not.
It's not
But
right.
when you lessened your brand because
Right.
you've become a baby mama, not a wife. Because if they had gotten married and everything, that'd be a different thing. She's not a wife. If she had become a wife and had a son, that'd have been different. You became a baby mama, and you've diminished that brand. And I don't think it's gonna. She's super duper talented. So don't ever get it wrong. I don't think it's gonna diminish the impact that she'll have as far as like her career. But my problem is, she was on a way to upward heights where she's not getting just Black people money no more. She getting the white people Disney money, and she messed it up for herself, in my opinion. But I don't. What do I know? She famous. I'm not. But that's just my opinion about it.
So, Jizzle, do you think it's going to taint her image to that point where these major corporations
It
won't?
already is. Do you see her doing? Have you seen her do anything else? She's done Black film again. So she did after. Well, and she probably filmed it beforehand, but she did The Color Purple, and she did um the Ariel movie, the Little Mermaid. You haven't seen her do anything else since. She's come out with a song or two, music, but everybody knows if you're in the industry, music don't really pay like that. What pays? Film, movies, television, and so that's my whole thing with this whole thing, because this is why it's so crazy. Chloe had continued on Grownish, right? That's the one of the show that both of them are on. They played
Right.
twins on Grown, right? Chloe continued on. Halle left Grownish to film The Little Mermaid and to film The Color Purple. So she's making movie money, and she has starring roles. So, like I said, it kind of lessens and cheapens her brand when you bring that in. Yes, she carried herself to a high regard. She was elevated, and then she got in this relationship, and he just tainted it. And this is not saying he is a bad person. This is not me. I don't know these people. What
Right.
I'm saying is, it's not just about optics. Optics are very important. But I think about when people like when Brandy got pregnant and had her daughter.
Right.
You didn't see all that stuff in the internet. We didn't know nothing about that. What was going on? You had to know what was going on. When even when Lauryn Hill, when she had Zion, you didn't see Zion all in the thing. You didn't
Nah.
see
Hell
this.
no.
People were private, and that's what I was telling Dom the other day when we spoke about this the other day. People were private about these things, but because we live in a social media age, and she's one of those social media kids, things are being posted. You can't. It's and that's why I said it was in my opinion, problematic that she lied about it. Because to me, the lie is indicative of shame, of regret, of
Mm.
because you're posting everything else. In all these shoots you're doing, you're pretending like you're not pregnant. They're sucking you in. But she had to, because remember, she was still on a press run for Little Mermaid, and that's what I'm saying. You made your life harder. For what? Why did you make your life more difficult? And I'm not saying, like I said, once again, we don't regret the child, but
Right.
you made your life during a time period where it should have been the height of your life, and you're experiencing new heights and new things. You're elevating, you're in this media, you're doing these things. It became difficult because you were pregnant the entire time. You had to deal with the what your body goes through when you're pregnant.
Right.
I just these are my thoughts. I these are my thoughts about it. It's choices were made. And one thing about being an adult, when you make a choice and it's a choice that is irreversible, you have to stand on your choice. And so I think now the world is seeing that she probably made the wrong choice. And I might, like I said, they could still be together. They could still get back together tomorrow. That ain't none of my business. I'm just saying, I think this man, in my opinion, has publicly embarrassed her multiple times, and she should have taken that as red flags and got the heck on. So
Just let's oscillate back to Cardi B, and
mm,
I want to touch on